Anytime.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting of the Schaumburg Village Board to order for Tuesday, March 28, 2023. First item is roll call, please.
Trustee Bishke.
Present.
Trustee Madej.
Present.
Trustee Dunham.
Present.
Trustee Sullivan.
Present.
Trustee Clare.
Present.
Trustee Patel.
Present.
President Daley.
Present, all present and accounted for. I'm going to ask Trustee Patel to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance this evening. Thank you.
Everyone, please rise.
Thank you very much. Next item is the approval of minutes from March 14, 2023. Look for a motion to approve those.
Move to approve as presented. Second.
Motion and a second to approve the minutes as presented. All those in favor?
Aye.
I abstain. I was not.
Opposed or abstentions? We have one. Motion approved 5 to 1. Thank you. Next item is the approval of expenditures for $3,759,690.35.
Move to approve as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve as presented. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Bishke.
Aye.
Trustee Madej.
Aye.
Trustee Dunham.
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan.
Aye.
Trustee Clare.
Aye.
Trustee Patel.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carries. Thank you. Liquor license requests, we have none for this evening. Consent agenda. The consent agenda will be read in its entirety, voted at when the item is read by the village clerk, so that it can be removed from the consent agenda and discussed further under committee reports. Otherwise, all items will be approved as presented on the consent agenda. Will the clerk please read the consent agenda?
Number 1, correspondence. The motion would be to approve the request from the Rotary Club of Schaumburg Hoffman Estates Charitable Foundation to hold a raffle on May 6, 2023 at the Hyatt Schaumburg Hotel, 1800 East Gulf Road, to grant a variance to Code Section 117.31 and to waive the fidelity bond requirement. B, the motion would be to approve the request from the Rotary Club of Schaumburg Hoffman Estates Charitable Foundation to hold a raffle on May 6, 2023 at the Hyatt Schaumburg Hotel, 1800 East Gulf Road, and to waive the fidelity bond requirement. C, the motion would be to approve the request from Spring Valley Concert Band to hold a raffle on April 2, 2023 at L. Larson Prairie Center for the Arts, 201 Schaumburg Court, and to waive the fidelity bond requirement. D, the motion would be to approve the request from the Schaumburg Professional Firefighter Benevolent Association to hold a raffle on April 22, 2023 at the Schaumburg Marriott, 50 North Martingale Road. E, the motion would be to approve the request from Schaumburg AM Rotary Club Foundation to hold a raffle on April 19, 2023 at Wintrust Field, 1999 South Springens and to waive the fidelity bond requirement. 2 proclamations. A, National Landscape Architectural Month, April 2023. B, Fair Housing Month, April 2023. C, National Community Development Week, April 10th to 15th, 2023. 3, Engineering and Public Works Committee. A, the motion will be to award a bid for the South Braintree Sanitary Sewer Rehabilitation Project to the lowest possible bidder, Performance Pipelining, Inc. of Ottawa, Illinois, in the amount of $786,159. B, the motion would be to authorize participation in the National Cooperative Purchasing Alliance contract and award the airport entrance stair replacement project to Bear Construction of Rolling Meadows, Illinois, in the amount of $53,252.57. C, the motion would be to authorize the village manager and village clerk to execute an agreement for life safety maintenance with Siemens of Rolling Meadows, Illinois, in an amount not to exceed the approved for the year 23-24 budget and approve the required resolution. D, The motion would be to award the bid for tree supply and planting services through the fields on Caton Farm of Crest Hill, Illinois, in an amount not to exceed the approved for the year 23-24 budget. E, the motion would be to authorize the village manager and village clerk to execute a 3-year agreement for maintenance of natural areas with Tall Grass Restoration, LLC, of Schaumburg, Illinois, in an amount not to exceed the approved budget and approve the required resolution. F, the motion would be to approve the for year 23-24 vehicle replacement plan in the amount of $3,891,372. G, the motion would be to authorize participation in the Sourcewell Purchasing Cooperative Contract and award the purchase of 2 Freightliner tandem classes chassis trucks to Trans-Chicago of Elmhurst, Illinois, in the amount of $270,228. H, the motion would be to authorize participation in the Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Contract and award the purchase of 1 single-axle Freightliner chassis with uplift and 2 tandem truck uplifts from Bonnell Industries of Dixon, Illinois, in an amount not to exceed $799,603. I, the motion would be to authorize participation in the Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Contract and award purchase of 1 Vactor combination unit to Standard Equipment of Elmhurst, Illinois, in an amount of $523,906.85. J, the motion would be to approve waiver of competitive bidding and award the purchase of a replacement Pierce fire apparatus frame to McQueen Emergency Group of Aurora, Illinois, in an amount not to exceed $200,000. K, the motion would be to approve the 2nd-year renewal for on-site safety consulting services with Alliance Risk Control Services, LLC, of Lombard, Illinois, for a 1-year period from May 1st, 2023 through April 30th, 2024, in an amount not to exceed the approved for the year 2023-24 budget. 4, finance, legal, administrative, and general government. A, the motion would be to approve the Finance Department monthly report for February 2023. B, the motion would be to waive competitive bidding and authorize the village manager to execute the subscription renewal of Success Factors of South San Francisco, California, at a cost of $179,507.69 annually for the next 3 years and approve the required resolution. C, the motion would be to delay the implementation date of a municipal push tax on plays of video gaming terminals to May 1st, 2024. D.
Motion to recommit D.
Okay, that would be the motion to approve a one-time inflation payment in the amount of $1,000 for each full-time employee and $500 for each part-time employee. And that is pulled by, who's pulling that?
William LaFontaine.
Okay. Okay. 5, Health and Human Services Committee. A, the motion will be to approve the 2022 Community Development Block Grant, CDBG Action Plan Amendment. 4, Public Safety Committee. The motion will be to adopt an ordinance amending Title III, Chapter 38 of the Schaumburg Village Code with regard to the Emergency Management Agency. B.
Motion to recommit B.
It'd be nice if you'd let her read it before you
I'm
pull
not
it.
preventing it from reading it.
George?
You're on
No.
board.
B would be a motion to approve extending the contract with JG Uniform of Chicago, Illinois for police department uniform and equipment through April 30th, 2024, in an amount not to exceed the approved budget, and that is Hold again by Mr. LaFontaine. Okay, C, the motion would be to adopt an ordinance amending Title III, Chapter 31, Section 31.029, Board of Fire and Police Commissioners, E1, pertaining to police officer and firefighter education requirements. 8, Plan Commission, that's 7, Plan Commission. The motion will be to approve local landmark exterior modification deck and ramp additions for the barn, 231 Civic Drive. 8, Zoning Board of Appeals. The motion will be to approve an amendment to Municipal Code Title 15, Chapter 154, zoning pertaining to commercial land uses. 9, award of bid. The motion would be to execute a master resolution authorizing the village manager to execute a master electric sales agreement with the electricity supplier offering the lowest per kilowatt rate on or after March 29, 2023, but not to exceed 0.065.032 cents per kilowatt. B, the motion would be to approve a resolution authorizing the village manager to execute a master national gas sales agreement with the natural gas supplier offering the lowest rate on or after March 29, 2023, but not to exceed 0.4939 cents. 10, traffic agreements. The motion would be to authorize the village manager to execute the traffic agreement between the Village of Schaumburg and SD Construct LLC located at 40 South Roselle Road. 11, resolutions. The motion will be to adopt as resolution number R23-020, authorizing the village manager to execute a 2023 order form between the Village of Schaumburg and Success Factors for subscription fees for software and services. B, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R23-021, authorizing the village manager and village clerk to execute an agreement for life safety maintenance with Siemens. C, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R23-022, authorizing the village manager and village clerk to execute a 3-year agreement for maintenance of national areas with Tallgrass Restoration, LLC. D, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R23-023, authorizing the village manager to execute a master electric sales agreement with the electricity supplier offering the lowest per kilowatt hour rate on or after March 29, 2023, not to exceed 0.065032 cents per kilowatt hour. E, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R23-024, authorizing the village manager to execute a master natural gas sales agreement with the natural gas supplier offering the lowest rate on or after March 29, 2023, not to exceed 0.4939 cents. 12, ordinances. The motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 23-028, amending Title 15, Chapter 154, zoning of the Municipal Code pertaining to commercial land uses. D, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 23-029, granting approval for local landmark exterior modification deck and ramp addition for the barn, 231 Civic Drive. C, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 23-030, amending Title III, Chapter 38 of the Schaumburg Village Code with regard to the Emergency Management Agency. D, the motion will be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 23-031, amending Title III of the Schaumburg Municipal Code to attract more quality police and fire applicants to the village. This concludes the consent agenda.
Thank you very much. I look for a motion to approve the consent agenda as read with item D under Finance, Legal, and General Government, removed for further discussion, and item B under Public Safety, also removed for further discussion.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second to approve with those two items removed. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Bishke.
Aye.
Trustee Madej.
Aye.
Trustee Dunham.
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan.
Aye.
Trustee Clare.
Aye.
Trustee Patel.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carries. Committee reports, we have two items that have been removed. We will take them in order. The first one is recommendation to approve an employee inflation payment, and the motion has been to approve the one-time payment, and that has been pulled by Mr. Olson. I ask that you step forward and hold forth. You have some comments you want to say, please come to the podium.
Good evening. My name is William LaFontaine. I've been a resident of Schaumburg nearly 19 years. Among others, I'm an author, and I've been working on a few literary projects, one of which is related to local governance. And I discovered when I tried to attend a Business Development Commission meeting earlier in the month.
This is not pertinent towards the item you pulled, so please stick to the topic that you
Well,
pulled.
when is it, well, I have another opportunity to speak during
Yes, you will.
audience
There's
comments.
There's comments from the audience, you can speak then. You asked for this item to be pulled off.
Yes,
so
there
please
was,
address this.
there was very little deliberation in committee. It was proposed by a village manager to reward, among others, a village manager. I think there should be more public discourse around it, and I motion to recommit.
Well, you can't motion.
But I have-
But beside, you do. Any comments from the board? Otherwise, look for a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Bishke.
Aye.
Trustee Madej.
Aye.
Trustee Dunham.
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan.
Aye.
Trustee Clare.
Aye.
Trustee Patel.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carries. Your second item is from the Public Safety Committee, and it was a recommendation to approve extending a contract to JG Uniform of Chicago for police department uniforms and equipment.
Yes, I motion to recommit for reasons. Firstly, the contract award is not divulged in the agenda. It's been concealed from the public. Secondly, there was positively no deliberation around the 8% increase to the uniform and supplies budget.
President Thaler, can I just say, because I was chairman of public safety? You want me to
Yes.
answer? You want me to
And it
answer?
seems to me the village is flush with cash, and it's giving away money. And it's not taking a close look at budgets, or excuse me, contracts in this case.
So,
Okay, as we explained at the meeting, I'm Chairman Jamie Clare, Chairman of Public Safety. The police department, as well as other staff, did look into it. First of all, they did negotiate that 8% was higher. Secondly, they were still lower than any other vendor that they looked into, and that's why we renewed the contract. So there was other discussion besides what was at the meeting. Staff brought it to us, and we get all the information just as you can see it on the website before the meeting.
And who decided to conceal the total value of the
yeah,
contract?
I'm not going to get into here with this little debate back and forth. Not going to get into this debate like this. So there was material presented. It was all documented as to what it was. I think you clarified the question, so I now ask for a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Bishke.
Aye.
Trustee Madej.
Aye.
Trustee Dunham.
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan.
Aye.
Trustee Clare.
Aye.
Trustee Patel.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carries. Thank you. Nothing further under committee reports. We have comments from the audience. So anyone from the Village of Schaumburg wishing to address items that are pertinent towards the Village of Schaumburg, please step forward. Please keep your comments to 2-3 minutes.
3 minutes pursuant to code.
You can wait till I finish, but by
Yeah.
all means, go
I see
ahead.
I'm the only person who's signed up here, but
Okay.
sound a bit repetitive. My name is William LaFontaine. I'm an author, among others, and one of my literary projects is related to local governance. So I've been attending meetings and commission meetings of the Village of Schaumburg and other local governmental bodies in the area. And I was quite surprised to discover earlier in the month a Business Development Commission meeting, publicly noticed, at which an educational facet was provided to the public, and yet the public was excluded from participating. I should add, I think that's despicable, that food and drink was served at the public expense, and that this is a regular practice, is illegal. It's a flouting of the Open Meetings Act. Now, I'm disinterested in Servant Molina's legal opinion as it relates to the Open Meetings Act, but for the record, I think it should be shared, and I would ask that he share his opinion as it relates to the Open Meetings Act and the Business Development Commission meeting to the exclusion of residents.
I'm going to respond to that for the record, as you indicate.
Well, yes, I mean, I think that there's some minutes here.
Allow me to speak now.
Well, you asked a
okay?
question. I'm only answering it, Servant Daly.
I didn't ask a question.
You did.
You had your opportunity to speak. It's now my turn, okay?
It
Yes,
is.
it was an open meeting. And had you behaved yourself, you would have been allowed to remain. It was your conduct harassing and calling our speaker a liar that caused your departure out of that meeting. And
Who's your speaker I called a liar?
you know who it was. You know very well who it was.
You mean the person
So
who
there
did
was
my work
also,
for several years?
there was also another one there that you were
liar.
Who
haranguing.
fired you?
George,
Fired me?
so,
You're a clown.
at any rate,
So were you.
enough, we're
Sir John,
not,
you're
George,
a clown. Wholesome public
Thank you.
discourse here, yes.
all right. Anyone else? Next item, council report.
No report.
Thank you. President's report. I have a couple items to read into the record. One rather sad item is the passing of Mary Nagy. Many of you who've been around, you didn't know? My apologies.
Thursday night.
Terribly sorry about that. I thought I had made sure I told everybody. Mary Nagy, longtime resident, her and her husband, Charles, Chuck, as he went by, great people. She served on our nursing committee and just, helped everybody and was really a great person. Unfortunately, her husband passed away before her, I think a year or two ago. But she has since passed away. There is, and you'll see this, so there is a wake on Thursday, March 30th, 4 to 7 p.m. at Algram's, and then prayer on Friday, March 31st at 9:15, and then a funeral and mass at St. Marceline Church following that. So it's sad that she's passed. Mary was always interesting person to have around, so make sure you get that. The other one is there's a nice letter of commendation to the fire department. And I won't give the person's name, but they wanted to compliment the professionalism and fine work performed by the fire department ambulance service team when this lady needed it the most, which apparently was a couple of times. So, but she said the crews all responded and treated her, both her and her daughter, with great respect and empathy without fail. I guess one of the trips was to Alexian Brothers, and then a second trip was to Northwest Community Hospital, which is, it sounds like where she preferred. But at any rate, she was treated there and ultimately, taken care of and came back home, but she did want to send a nice thank you letter, so. Okay. That's all I have. Manager's report.
Good evening. I have no report this evening.
Thank you. New business. There is none listed. Unfinished business, none listed. Trustee comments and mentions. There being none, ask for a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much. We are adjourned.